Hello gamers, it's Tom Sidener, the Lonely Gamer, along with John Champagne, and John got a new game, and so we are going to do an unboxing video for you for Hero Realm. This game is by White Wizard Games, and it is designed by Darwin Castle and Robert DeHorty. So I'm going to turn it over to John, and he's going to open it up and let you know what's inside.
So I was interested in this game because I've really enjoyed Star Realms and Cthulhu Realms, and so it's kind of been on my interested plate for quite a while, and so I finally bit the bullet and grabbed it. Okay, so it's a nice, fairly small box. It comes with the rule book, which we've already downloaded the PDF, and we've read through the rules, so that's more just something to kind of keep with it. And then it looks like there's 2 packets of cards that are each sealed. We can open that up. And so the cards are kind of pretty much exactly what you'd expect, and so kind of like it's a pretty nice quality card. It looks quite durable, and then each one has in the upper left hand corner there's a faction, so there's these blues and there's these reds, and
let me see one of the cards, and I'll put one of the cards up here so you can actually see it a little better. So there's a card, and this. So here's the faction right up here. So this one, what faction is this one, John? This is the.
So the blue is there's a reference somewhere.
I think it's like the thief or the guild faction, if I remember right from the.
Blue is the guild faction. You're good.
Yeah, and then this is the cost of the card up here.
Yeah. And
then down here you've got your. Things that happen with the card. So this one looks like it gives you 2 money and draw a card. And then down here, if you have another one of these cards in play, so anytime you have 2 of a card in play, then this thing kicks off, and this thing would happen. And I can't read that right now. Let me take a look. It says, "Put the next card you acquire this turn into your hand." So that's really good. So this would kick off if you have 2 cards in play that have the same faction here. So
yeah. Then they have these, they reference these in the rule books, and basically they suggest you keep track of your life with a pencil and paper, but they say if you don't for some reason, these are some cards that you can use to track what your current life is. To me, that just looks like filler, that I think they could kind of, they had that many more cards for a print run, so they kind of made those. As a, just something to sort of throw in.
I will say, though, one of my biggest pet peeves with Star Realms was keeping score. The cards that they gave you to keep score did not work, really. And these actually look like they're better because you can actually do, like 9 points there. You can do 17 points there. You can do 35 points here, which I do think is a lot easier than Star Realms, where they give you like a bunch of cards that were like 5 points and 10 points and 20, and you had to take them away and put them back. So I actually think this is a much better solution if you're going to use that. But I did find it funny that in the rules it did say use pen and paper.
Yeah.
Don't use it. Yeah. So I don't know.
And I guess they just didn't have room in the box for tokens, or for some reason they didn't want to do that. I don't know. Then these are just a whole bunch of single gold coin cards.
And I'm pretty sure these are one of the starter cards.
Yeah.
You get, there's certain cards that are starter cards.
So this is the other pack of cards. So then I think the red are kind of like the evil. That's like necromancers and undead things and all of that sort of thing. Green is elves in the wild and whatnot. And then these fire gems are that's the equivalent of the What is it called in Star Realms? They have the ships you can always buy?
Yeah, the ship that you can actually destroy, which you can do that here too to get an extra bonus. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but this is comparable. We call this card the Kick.
Yeah.
Because in DC deck building game, the kick is the card that you could always buy. It's out there for sale, no matter what else is available. And so, in all of our games, we usually call this card the kick. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah. And there's a whole bunch more single gold cards. And then here's the short swords, and the short swords do 2 damage. And there's a dagger, which does 1 damage. And then there's a ruby, which is 2 gold and a couple more daggers. And then there's the yellow, which they're the Imperials. So they do kind of like War Mage and dragons and things like that. And then there's some more blues, which we've already or at least one more blue, which is the Guild. And then there's Taxation, which are more Imperial cards, and a whole bunch of blue, and that's the game.
And then your starter deck consists of 1 ruby. So here's a ruby. It looks like it gives you 2 money. I'm going to hand these to John. It gives you, this one's a dagger. So it gives you a dagger, which gives you 1 fight. And a short sword, which gives you 2 fight. And then you get 7 money or 7 gold. And so that's what you start with as your starting hand. And then, of course, it's a deck builder. So you're going to use these cards to buy and defeat other cards within the game. And that's pretty much it. That's what you get in the box. And the box has a little divider in it, which is kind of nice, so cards aren't flying all around in the thing. And I do, you know, I appreciate little things like this above and beyond what you think you would, because a lot of times I have to put rubber bands on my cards, and I actually don't like to put rubber bands on my cards because I think it dents the cards. So this is kind of nice, and it's minimalist. It's not a Fantasy Flight game where this game comes in a box that's this big, and then there's a huge piece of cardboard that just kind of takes up space. So this is nice, easy to transport. Got a nice box. This is a game for 2 to 4 players, 20 minutes and 12 plus on the stats. I found with these games, and your Cthulhu Realms is one that I really don't like for it. I find that these games, when you play more than 2 players, have a gang-up mechanic, and I like these games as 2-player games, and I like his Cthulhu Realms as 2-player game as well. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe when we played Cthulhu Realms, I went to the washroom at one point, and when I came back, everybody had decided to knock me out, and so that was my punishment for going to the washroom, I guess.
Yeah, I did a little political pandering during his washroom visit and talked everybody at the table into ganging up onto John. And my premise was, because it's his game, he needs to learn to lose at it. So and it worked.
Fair.
So
yeah.
But anyway, so now we're gonna play the game. So we're gonna get that set up. I don't know that I'm gonna put this in the recording, but we're gonna get that set up, and we're gonna play. And I'm going to try to beat John at his own game.
Great.